Hello, welcome back to another video journal. Today is Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. Um, hmm, we're just gonna talk about all the feels. What's been going on in my head, what's been going on in my inner world. How have I just been feeling overall? And to be honest with you, if you've been like keeping up with my little journey, I know I haven't really talked about it or like really post about it, but like if you know, you know type of thing. It's kind of just like one of those like it's just one of those things like if you've been like kind of keeping up on the things that I've been expressing and sharing on my social media, then you kind of have an idea of the things that I've been going through. Also, I talked about my separation briefly in a couple of earlier videos back in I think February. I can't remember, even though it was literally just a month ago. It feels like 3 years. It feels just like a long time. But anyway, I wanted to just talk about where I'm at, like my headspace. I think that at the beginning of everything, I was so excited. I was happy. I was feeling a lot of freedom and joy. And the fact that I was able to choose myself. I was able to choose myself and I was able to put my happiness and my mental health first. I'm very proud of myself for that. However, now it's time for some serious reflection. I feel like I've been trying to distract myself from the serious parts of this separation. If you've gone through a divorce, if you've gone through a separation or a breakup, there's stages to this type of experience. And I think I'm stepping into a new phase, a new stage of this experience. And my spirit and my heart is calling me. Sorry, I got some food in the microwave. If you hear that beeping noise, I'm just waiting for it to cool off. But I feel like I'm in a stage where I need some serious solitude. I really need to start doing some work. And work, what I mean, journaling, really um getting down to the bottom of a lot of things. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, being spiritually responsible is boring, but it's also necessary. When you are somebody that takes true accountability for your life experiences, especially when they hurt you, and you dedicate um your life or a certain portion of a month or a season to heal and reflect and go inward and just take a step back from the fun, that's called being spiritually responsible. And I think everybody, at a certain age, we should start taking huge accountability for certain things that have happened to us instead of using it as a crutch. We all have a story. We all have things that, we are going to forever probably be hurt by or triggered by, or it's going to make us emotional. But it's up to us as an individual to take those things and turn that pain into some sort of power. You don't want to use that pain and just be crippled by it, because how are you going to evolve? How are you going to grow? And I want to speak on a pattern that I realized. It took me years to realize this. Um I'm addicted to a certain chase. I'm addicted to a certain feeling, a thrill, a high. Someone can make me feel like the only girl in the world. And that same person can make me feel so low, so invisible, worthless, not worthy. And the cycle repeats itself. It's this high and low. It's this high and low pattern that I've been used to for years, and I've been addicted to it because it gives me this dopamine that my brain thrives off of. And I kind of want to go a little bit back into childhood, how it started, where did it come from, how did I get so addicted to this pattern. By the way, I am neurodivergent. I was diagnosed with ADD, attention deficit disorder, when I was in the 8th grade. I had a whole entire evaluation. All my teachers, the principal, the vice principal, my parents, like I was in like a meeting. Like I had like even in high school, I had to get evaluated every day after school. I had to get rated. Okay, she was this, this, and this. It went on all the way to college. Even in college, a certain part of college, I was able to, I guess, like get certain like I was able to get like, I guess I don't know what to call it in college, but my deadlines wasn't the same deadlines as like other students. I had a little bit longer. I was offered certain like aids and help or whatever, but I want to say, oh, God, I want to say by my sophomore year, I totally disregarded all of that. I stopped taking my meds. I just went through with college, doing it on my own. And I actually did really well without the medication, without the aid, without the extraness that came with everything. I did very well in college. So, all that to say, really, I just kind of wanted to give you a rundown. Like I am neurodivergent, and so my brain is wired a certain way. I see the world completely different than a neurotypical person. However, let's go back into childhood. How did I get addicted to this high-low pattern, these thrill, this rush? Um, and it kind of stems from my relationship with my father. When I was younger, in the summer, I would spend the summertime like with my dad in Philly. By the way, I'm originally from Philadelphia. Um, and my dad, he was in Philly, but we lived in Virginia at the time. Like my mom and my stepdad and everybody else, we lived in Virginia. So, in the summer, I would spend summer with my dad, and every time I saw him, I was shy at first. I was very like shy. I was very like bashful. I really didn't talk. He tried to get me to eat. I really didn't like eat a lot, but like after a couple of like hours or days, I started to like warm up. And I remember every time he would shower me with like all of these gifts, like I would be going, like he would just get me anything that I wanted. Like we were going shopping every day, whatever I wanted, he got it. And it was like that all the time. And he would just like show me off. We would take pictures. It was just like constant, just, I felt like a princess. And so when the summer was over, and it was time for me to go back to Virginia and, get back into my routine, that type of treatment was over with. And so it was like, okay, just regular, like regular stuff or whatever, living a regular childhood. But then in the summer, I knew I was going to be treated like a princess. And it was like this high and low experience. And to be honest with you, growing up, I never really had real consistency. I didn't really have real stability until maybe like high school. My parents were like separated, but then they were they were married, separated, then married again, and then they separated like again, like they divorced again. And it was just always like me moving somewhere. I never really stayed anywhere longer than like between like a year to 3 years. Never really stayed anywhere longer than 3 years. Switch school, switch um no, well, I stayed at the same high school. I stayed at the same high school, but it was just the fact that I had to travel. I was at the same schools, but I just had to travel a lot. I never really stayed at the same house for like a week. It was kind of just the back and forth, back and forth. So I was never really used to like stability. Then like me traveling to Philly every summer, it was just a lot of passing around, like in my childhood. And so that played a huge part in my college life, like, on to my early adult life. I switched schools 3 times, and then I didn't even have the opportunity to finish. I never really completed anything. I never really finished anything. And so, or I finished things, but it just always took me a long time to do it. And or it was always these U-turns or these dead ends or these obstacles. It was just, it was always inconsistency. That was like the theme of my life. And even it played a part in my friendships. I never really kept a friend longer. Like growing up, I never really kept a friend as much. I just, I really wasn't like a social person growing up for like far as friends, because I was bullied and I looked different from the rest. And so growing in, kind of being in the type of environment that I was in, I was just always getting teased. So I was just always inward and quiet. But the friends that I did have, like, it was cool. Um, and then like in my college life, I would just have these like friendships. They would just come and go. um Now that like I'm more aware and I have done like some inner work and like have taken accountability for the type of friend that I was, I have like a best friend for like 10 plus years. And so I'm really thankful for that. And like, I've been doing my best to stay consistent and still keep things fresh. So it's, it's been hard, but I want to push myself to finish things and have more consistency and in certain patterns, because also with me being used to inconsistency and chaos, it also plays a part in the type of men that I've chosen in my life. Just based off of the way that my father would treat me, just showering me with everything, and then when it's time for me to go, um, I would like hear from him, but it just wouldn't really be the same, So it was kind of like this high low, high low, high low type of thing, and it played a part in my love life. Being okay with this high low, love bombing, doing everything at the beginning. I always thought if somebody was extremely obsessed with me, if they just could not let me go, if they were super lovable but then pull away, I thought that was love. I thought that was a relationship. I didn't think it was a healthy relationship, but I thought like, hey, like this is meant to be. This is a rock star fairy tale type of relationship. I romanticize like these toxic type of relationships. Starting because I really didn't start experiencing these type of things until college. I would say late college. um it was just the the thrill. I was addicted to this chase, and I've been addicted to it for years. And now that I see this pattern and I'm more aware and I'm older and I'm getting a little wiser, I'm like, you know what? Let's unpack this. Like, where is this coming from? And so now I've been doing a lot of digging, and I realized that it never really was about the person. It was about the chase. It was about the the thing that it gave me. Even when I was a child, it made sense to me. That is what I was familiar with. I was familiar with chaos, and so chaos was just something that I wanted to fall in love with. And when I realized, wait a minute, this is not what it is, you know? And I'm not going to speak for everybody, but women that have father issues, that have father wounds, you don't know how to accept. We don't know how to accept a healthy relationship. We don't want the boring. We don't want boring relationships. We don't want boring, sweet, totally guys that would do everything for us, that really treats us like the queens and the princesses that we are. We don't want that. We want the bad boy, because it's giving us this feeling of what our dads did, the come and go. Our fathers came and they left. And when you notice that same pattern in a man, you want to get attached, because that is the pattern that you're used to. We love the hotheads. We love the bad boy. We love the ones that that give us that high and low, totally obsessed with us and love bomb us, but then they pull away. We are addicted to that because it gives us that same feeling our fathers gave us growing up, and still probably to this day. I haven't talked to my father, um, I want to say in about 4 years, and I'm still hoping. I'm still hoping and I'm still praying that he would reach out and love bomb me again. Just like I do with the dudes, just like I do with the men. After they have treated me like complete trash, you still have this hope that they gon' turn around and get it together. And when you kind of recognize this, it makes you want to cry, but at the same time, you like, okay, I recognize the pattern. Now what am I gonna do about it? What am I going to do about this? Ooh, it's gonna take some work. I'm in for some serious work. I'm in for some serious journaling, some praying, some long crazy conversations with God, because I don't know what's next, how to break out of this cycle, how to fully forgive my father for these patterns. and be able to open myself up to new experiences. And this goes for career opportunities, because this pattern is not just love life based. Like I said, it has played a part in my family, my friendships, my career, and my love life, and certain habits. I'm not as organized as I would like to be. Um, I have a lot of unfinished projects. I'll start something and not finish it. I'll hyperfixate on one thing, get a bunch of stuff for that hobby, for that one thing. I'm bored with it. It's too routine. Hate routine. Now that I found some more stability, because, I became a mom. So, when you become a parent, God gives you a gift to rebirth yourself through your children. So I have a chance to get it right again, through my children. I'm totally not going to project, because if they don't want to clean, or if they're unorganized, we need to talk about some things. You know what I mean? I don't want to punish them in a certain way, but that's a different discussion. Um, I all I'm saying is I had to fix some things about myself. So stability was the main thing. I couldn't just run around in the world just la la la. I'm an artist and I'm free spirited and I'll just create art and like sell it off the street. No, you know, I had to kind of level up in a way. And honestly, I've been teaching for a while now. I've been teaching for a long time. And I'm happy because this is probably like the longest I've ever been stable, you know, the longest that I've been used to something. I notice how my students thrive in routine. I notice how I thrive in routine, even though I hate the predictable. I hate the predictable. But it's important. Routine and structure is important, especially in children's lives and also adults, grown-ups. Structure and routine is important in our lives. I'm still trying to get it together. I'm structured and routine when it comes to me being a career woman, a businesswoman. I'm structured and routine in that sense. However, in my personal life, I need to get some routine. And excuse me. Now that like I moved and everything, it's gonna kind of take me a little while to get into a groove because it's still so fresh. But everything that I have recognized within myself, good and bad, and it may hurt, it may be hard, but it's necessary, and it's going to build character, and it's going to make me stronger in the softest way. And I want to continue to unlock these things about myself. And honestly, I want to show you. I want to show you what has helped me organize my thoughts, what has helped me have these aha moments, and you would never believe. Coloring. Coloring, that's a childish activity. So what? We need to nurture our inner childs every day anyway, so we can stay alive and fresh and feel some things as humans, because this adult life, this world that we live in as grown-ups, is harsh, is sick, it's disgusting, it's boring, it's just so bland, and people want to destroy your spirit all over the place. And when you pick up something that gives you joy and inside, you would be surprised the childlike activities actually help you to become a better adult. Coloring, I started, I did this page yesterday, and me doing this page yesterday, I actually realized some things about myself that I'm like, why did it take me years to realize this? I had some aha moments with these. You know, I did this one today. It just slows your brain down. If you're somebody that's like, you gotta slow down. Okay? You gotta slow down. You gotta take it one portion at a time, one page at a time, one color at a time. It keeps you present, it calms you down, it slows you down, and it helps you organize your thoughts. Also, I bought a new journal for spring season. I just finished off my winter journal, wrote my last journal entry like 2 days ago. So now it's time for spring. I have no idea what I want to write, but I know I got some writing to do. I got some pouring to do. Um, Writing, journaling, going to the park, feeding animals. I don't know, like doing things that just make you feel good with your inner child. Like it's just so important. And so overall, because I did a lot of yapping, I did a lot of circling around. Um, I'm feeling on the feels. I'm feeling a lot right now. I'm unpacking a lot right now. I don't have all the answers. I don't really know what's going on, but I know that I need to slow down. I need to continue to take accountability for my own healing. I am not a victim. I am someone that has had an experience, and I'm going to do the work to have better experiences. Am I open to love right now? I'm open to loving God even more than I do. I'm open to loving my children even more. They're awesome. And my son, he's getting older. And you know, they always say like the second one kind of grows up a little faster because they have like a sibling to kind of model after. So like when they like they're both kind of like at an age where like we can kind of do a little bit more, you know, without the gadgets, without the stroller and the wagon and the this and the that and the that and the diaper bag. Like we can do a little bit more. So I'm just ready to have fun with them and love them even more. um I'm ready to love myself. I'm open to loving myself more, loving this new version of myself because I have no idea who she is. I don't know where she coming from, but I like her. I'm liking her. You know, I'm learning to love her unconditionally. I'm learning to give myself grace during the mess up moments. I done already made some bad decisions, but it's all a part of the journey. It is all a part of the journey. What else am I open to? I'm open to loving my friends and my family, you know? And maybe in the future, I may be open to loving somebody new. But right now, baby, it is all me. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself a big, huge hug. And you just say, I love you. I love you. And, you know, I forgive myself for all the mistakes that I've made. I am powerful. I'm beautiful. I am loved. God loves me. God will never leave me. You give yourself a big hug. When you don't have nobody else around to give you a hug, you hug yourself and you tell yourself like you could do anything. You can do anything that you put your mind to. You are powerful. I know that the steps that I've taken only within a month, baby, baby, give me a year. Give me 6 months, and really see what I could do with that. If I just continue to love on myself, I have so much power. I don't want to cry because this is so beautiful, but like, I have power. I have joy. I have happiness in my heart. I don't need anything. I don't want anything from anybody. I just want to continue to love myself so deep, so deep. And I just thank God for allowing me to see myself in the most purest ways, in the most beautiful ways. I never thought I would be here, but I'm here. And I'm doing it. I'm doing it scared. I'm doing it anxious. I'm doing it depressed. I'm doing it happy. I'm doing it excited. I'm doing it tired. Boy, I've been tired. I've been doing it, but I have been doing it. I've been showing up for myself. I've been showing up for my kids no matter what. And for that, I know that God is going to continue to be with me. He's going to continue to guide my steps when I don't know the way. He's going to be here for me. And I'm just proud that I've made it this far. And this is really just the beginning. I just got here. I just got here. This is just the beginning of something special. And if you're someone that is going through a divorce, if you're going through a separation, if you're going through a crazy breakup and you had to start all over and you don't really know what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, the fact that you have made those steps, you're already on your way. Okay, so get ready for the journey. Get ready for the journey, and even on your hardest days, keep that heart alive. Okay, all right. Do something. Do something to just keep that small little girl alive, or that small little boy. Do something. Color. Listen to your favorite song. Go take a walk. Something to keep that alive. Just saying thank you, God. Like, thank you. Really. Okay? I've talked long enough. If you made it to the end of this video journal, I love you. I love you, love you, love you. Okay? So I'm going to go eat. I'm going to play and I'm going to color and I'm going to do some creating and some music and all that stuff. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye-bye.